As you can see, we're at a sports ground, and I've been fascinated by the notion perpetuated by rugby commentators that some rugby players, the forwards, have tapped into the so-called dark art of scrumming. In other words, they've unlocked some knowledge or some ability to scrum better than others. And I've realized it's true. If I look at some of the better forwards, they scrum better. That led me to think, well, is there a dark art to mental toughness? I did some research, and my findings are there are. But the first thing in the research was you've got to unlearn some preconceived opinions about mental toughness. But how do you unlearn? Well, you unlearn by asking critical questions. Questions like, why do I think what I think? Why do I believe what I believe? And then, of course, be willing to accept the answers, to change your mind based on those answers. As George Bernard Shaw said, those of us who aren't willing to change our minds aren't willing to change anything. So if you change your mind, well, now you've got to relearn some knowledge that you didn't know before about mental toughness. How do you do that? Well, you research, like I did research on mental toughness. But note, research, not search. Because if you just search, you get algorithmic information from your device that is biased. Research means you eliminate the bias and get multiple outputs that you could use to learn from. How do you find that learning? Well, you use technology. Technology is proving to us that science is generating new knowledge much faster than society generates wisdom. So you need that new knowledge and an ability then to filter through that. How do you do that? Is maybe the latest thing is ChatGPT-4. It'll tell you where the new knowledge is. And I guess it goes back to the adage, you don't know what you don't know. So to get to know what you don't know, hence the research, hence the ChatGPT-4 and the technology. And when you've got to the point where you can truly say to yourself, like Elaine de Botton says, if you're not embarrassed about the person you were a year ago, chances are you're not learning fast enough. At this point, you're opening the treasure chest of the unknown and accessing the dark art of mental toughness.